everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Lions have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Browns going up against the Lions. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 9th-year man out of Georgia, their quarterback, and that's Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go back to Reddick. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Stafford. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. The 4th-year man out of Eastern Illinois, Jimmy Garoppolo, leading them out onto the field.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Drops it off for Coleman. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability, he can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Crowell, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
Isaiah Crowell is a talented running back, and I would use him like a boxer that's controlling the ring. Come at him with different angles, meaning let him run the ball inside, let him run to the perimeter, get him out in space and throw the football to him. The more touches he has in a game, the better his effect on the overall outcome.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Tahir Whitehead leading the surge there. He drops in for a loss of 6. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, and en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Out is last year's Lou Grosso Award winner, rookie Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. He spins free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
10 more there and another first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Here's Riddick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Brandon, I was fortunate enough to call Amir Abdullah's first start in college and his first start in the NFL with the Lions. And with the Lions, he turned the ball over in that first game. Fumbling was an issue in college, and it continued that way his first year in the NFL.
You mean you had a life before you met me?
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring that up. I wanted to keep that away, but...
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They begin the drive with Coleman. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down following the run. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Harris has it over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Coleman has it here right side. And hello, he's going to be knocked backwards as he'll be marked down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, DJ Hayden. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
play action. It's Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Garoppolo to try again on second down. Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On third down, it's Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Good play action, hit them over the top.
Now Garoppolo completes it right side to Britt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his second touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on second down is Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
To the right and complete to Galladay. They convert on third with a gain of 22. With a carry, and only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Out to the flat for Riddick. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Able to find Harris, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 49 yards. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire?
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down. Stafford over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Stafford here. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and puts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So we come upon halftime, and there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And it's 3rd and short.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ezekiel Sigiansa with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they go screen. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamie Collins. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He has Britt over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 8. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4th. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year with just 357 yards. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Riddick. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On the ground, it's Reddick. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, Abdullah. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He gets this one complete to Brent. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A first down carry now for Crowell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep it with Crowell on first. Got some real estate inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The Browns on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They run with Abdullah. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now it's Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jamie Collins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A road win in the